Alrighty, good morning. I'm Danielle Butler, and I'm going to talk to you guys today a little bit about verbiage. And I pretty much stole a lot of this from James Rudder. He had it typed out, but it's a lot of things that we teach our team as well. And so I want to share with all of you guys. I encourage you to go back in this video, jot down some notes, watch it again and again, maybe share it with a new person. Because, here's the thing. I hear all the time, I don't want to be a salesperson. And we don't want you to be either. That is 100% the truth. When you're salesy, people are running from you. So there are just some specific verbiage tips that can really help you help others in a more positive way, and some things that we've seen help our business. So I have a whole list here, but I'm just going to go through them quickly. One of them is sign up. So when you're talking to somebody about the membership, we don't use the word sign up. We use the word enroll. It just sounds so much better. Distributor, and so I hardly ever use the word distributor. What I call it is either a wholesale customer or member. I talk about the membership, and I relate it to a Sam's or Costco, because here's the thing. Some people are really only interested in products and they really want to get them at a discount, and that's perfectly fine. We love all of our customers, so make sure they understand that even though they're technically getting a distributorship, that doesn't mean they have to sell anything. If they choose to, Advocare will pay them for referrals. That's another verbiage tip that we say, if they choose to share with others, but I just call it a wholesale customer or member. Another one is sell. I never say that word ever, because that is not what we do in Advocare. What we do is we share our results and we help others. So avoid the word sell completely. And if you even hear someone talking about that's part of your team, tell them just to remove that from their vocabulary when it's anything to do with Advocare. When you talk about buy-in, like jumping straight to advisor, or the cost of success school or cost of that advisor order, we avoid that word totally, and instead we use the word invest, because that's what it is. It's a $2,100 investment. It's not a cost. You're going to make that money back, and this has the potential to pay you tenfold for the rest of your life, residual income. So invest. We cannot use medical claims, period, end of story. Brandon did an awesome WOD about that yesterday, and if you haven't seen that, I encourage you to go back and check it out. You cannot say anything that has to do with any sort of medical issue. You can simply share what it's done with you for something that's measurable, and that can be body fat percentage decreasing, energy increasing, I feel better than I have in years, I lost this number of pounds, I lost this number of inches, I went from a size this to a size that. You can share those things, talk about sleeping better, things like that. You cannot say anything about blood pressure, cholesterol, and I'm not going to rehash that because Brandon did a phenomenal job. Talk about winning an incentive or getting paid or how much money you make. Instead, we use the word earn, because this is a work program. This is not some get-rich-quick scheme. We don't win incentives here. I can assure you one thing. Every single person who's been on a trip, they worked their tail off for that, and they earned it. So use the word earn. Another one, when you're inviting someone maybe to like a mixer, you don't want to call it a mixer or a meeting or talk about getting more information. People don't care about information. They care about stories. And the two things they care about are getting healthier, whether that's weight loss or performance or energy, and they care about how to make money. So it's okay to say those two things. Don't say the word information, okay? Facts tell, stories sell. So avoid that word. What you can say is, we're having a few people over on Tuesday night to share a little bit more about how Advocare's helped us get in the best shape of our life and how it's helped us to make extra income. So plain and simple. Under me, my team, and everyone has their different opinions on this. I've heard some people say this from stage, and that's fine. But to me personally, I try to go by the rule of how would this sound to a brand new person, or how would this sound to me if I was not involved with Advocare yet? And I'm just not a big fan of that term. So instead of saying under me or my customer, just team. That's exactly what this is. CJ's great about promoting the team. That's what this is. And it's your friends. If you're an Advocare, it becomes your friends, and that gets us to the next one with, like, if you're setting up a call, for example, or you're trying to set up a 2-on-1 and get somebody introduced to your leader, you want to avoid the word advisor or sponsor, any of those things. Just call them your friend, okay? Because that just sounds a lot less, like formal. kind of intimidating, I think those other words are. So just call it your friend, and people are more likely to be like, yeah, okay, no problem. They want to be a part of something. Another great one, that upline was the other word for that one too. So you want to avoid the word upline. Speaking of a three-way call, I don't know about y'all, but before Advocare, I hadn't done that since middle school. And when I first heard of that, I was like, what? This is weird, right? So it's only going to be weird if you make it weird. So don't even say the word three-way call. When you're trying to set that up, the way that I do that is I say something like, hey, you know what? I really think if you saw what I saw, that you would be blown away, or that you would tear the head off this thing, or that, I would really love a time. Do you have a good time later on today? What are a few good times that you could chat that I can kind of share more with you? And that's how we go about setting up a three-way call. Don't say, hey, I want to put you on a three-way call with my advisor, upline sponsor, John Butler. He's great, because people are going to be like, no, and they're going to run in the opposite direction. So make it about them. Speak from the heart. It's not about information. It's, don't call it a three-way call. You're getting them connected. So, if you don't here's a good one. If it's not necessary to say, it's really necessary not to say it. So if you don't like a flavor, you don't ever want to say that. You don't want to go to a mixer. You don't want to be in front of anyone and be like, oh, I don't like that fiber drink, or, grape is just not my jam. You just never want to say anything negative, ever. So if it's not your favorite, that's okay. You don't have to talk about it. Talk about the ones that you do love. So if it's necessary, remember that, write that down. If it's not necessary to say, it's necessary not to say it. You want to try to avoid some advo words right from the beginning. So like for example, a mixer, or talking about my Ruby leader. Think about, again, that brand new person. They don't know what Ruby means. And so to them, that's some foreign language, and they feel kind of left out because they don't know that verbiage. So be cautious, and always be thinking about, if I was a brand new person, how would this come across to me? What would this be saying to me? One thing I like to personally avoid on Facebook is at the end of something saying, private message me for more info, or PM me for details. Here's the thing, y'all. If they're interested, I can assure you they're going to reach out to you. That line at the end of your post is not going to make them want to reach out to you anymore. What it does, in my opinion, is makes you sound more salesy. So I would try to avoid that if you can. They're going to reach out to you, keep the post positive. Just show that you're different, and you want to be that way all the time. Pills and supplements. The word pills, it just sounds bad. Like you're taking some kind of crazy diet pills. So instead of the word pills, I call it supplements. If somebody asks, like, what does it look like, or what are the size of, I just call it supplements. So those are a few that I can think of in the top of my head. If you have any more that you want to share in the comment section below, that would be awesome. Because verbiage tips are so huge. Really, the key, here's the thing. You want to, like I said, think like the brand new person. How would this come across? You want to speak to their heart. Don't talk about all these ingredients and all those things and information. You want to tell stories. That's what's going to get people. And one thing is, when I'm talking to somebody, I'm approaching them for the first time after we've already started building that relationship, I say something like, you know what? This may or may not be for you. And I would write this line down because I love this. This may or may not be for you, but I thought of you specifically. And I really think, I know you're a hard worker and that you have, integrity. I really think if you saw what I saw, that you would do really well here. And like I said, it may not be for you, but I would love a chance to share more. Do you have a good time that we could talk? And boom, plain and simple. No, hardly anybody says no to that, because you gave them a way out. So just a few little verbiage tips for you guys. Like I said, comment below if you have any other ones, or if you have any questions about how to word something better, because I'm sure I left something out there. But shout out to Rudder because he gave me this list. So hope you guys have an awesome week. I know you're all fired up, so we want to really avoid fire hosing people, and just, keep it calm, relaxed intensity. That's the key. So hope you guys have an awesome week. God bless you guys.